Hi guys, Dr. Lou here with Dr. Lou's Low Carb Diets. Now, we're going to be doing another product review today, and that review is again for a Quest product, and the cheese crackers. Everybody loves cheese crackers, but these are meant to be good for a protein diet. Now, they don't say anything about low carb or they don't say anything about a keto diet. We can definitely find that out ourselves. So what we can do is obviously I'm going to go through these. I'm going to look at the main ingredients. Now, just recently we reviewed a Quest cookie, and that was pretty good. The ingredients seemed completely fine, very different to other Quest products. This one, on the other hand, does have a few red flags in it, so it may affect the ketones production, but we'll see. Okay, so again, it looks like a decent product, foil wrapped, quite nice, colourful, and again, spicy cheddar. I mean, come on, who doesn't like spicy cheddar? So let's throw the information onto the screen there. So there's the product right there, and what can we see from the information here? So we've got, it's a Quest product, cheese crackers, spicy cheddar, flavoured with other natural flavours, made with real cheese. It's always a good sign. 10 grams protein, so okay with protein, and 5 grams net carbs per serving. Now, again, this is a kind of debatable thing. Some people believe above 5 grams or 5 grams, it's not keto. I would say above 5 grams, it should be flagged as not to be had as a snack on keto. Yeah, so any ketogenic diet, no. But, you know, if you're really strict and you're so confident because you've got a good willpower and you know, oh, I know exact amount of carbs I've had and I know that will be fine, then yes, go ahead, brilliant. But this is just for an overall general, thought on the actual, level of what's acceptable. 5 grams is quite high. So let's see if we can get on some more information, whether there's any more positive or negative signs. What's your quest? Ours is to support you with delicious, athlete-worthy nutrition. Fantastic. The same kind of rhetoric, good old information coming out, you athletes, you. While I'm sure most people on this diet would be a protein diet for working out, weight gain, that's for muscles, we're looking for the opposite. We want weight go down. And tone is not bad as well. Okay, so interesting information there from Quest. Athlete worthy, don't forget. Most people who want to lose weight are not athletes, yes? So we understand that if you're an athlete, you don't really care about that. You care about precise protein hitting without adverse effects of too many carbs, fat gaining, and not being able to go into like burning and being able to produce fantastic muscle, So very different protein diet, specifically if it's going to be for weight gain and muscle building. You can do a protein diet for weight loss. But here we go. Let's have a look. Now, the nutritional information or the ingredients here, you can see the ingredients we have. These I've put together for you because, again, they're very hard to take off the packaging. You can't see them very well, so I've put them down here for you. Right, ingredients for Quest Spicy Cheddar Cheese Crackers. Yep. Again, let me move that out of the way there. Whoop. Yep. And you come in, the actual weight of the packaging, because we don't have it there, is 30 grams. It's a 30-gram serving. It feels more substantial, but that's because they're light crackers. Now, look at the number one ingredient, polydextrose. So anyone familiar, you know dextrose is another name for glucose. So polydextrose, again, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for things that can possibly affect with carbohydrates and sometimes fibers. Fibers are carbohydrates, but usually you can't digest them. Polydextrose, you can't digest about 90%. 10% you will digest. So very relevant to this case for ketogenic diet. So polydextrose, man-made, interesting one. Calcium caseinate, whey protein isolate, butter, excellent, cream, natural flavor. That's what I love to hear. That's good stuff there. Whole oat flour contains wheat, vegetable oil, canola, not so happy, sunflower, and or soybean oil. The more natural, the better. Less, real cream, real dairy. Cheddar cheese, good. Milk, salt, cheese cultures, and enzymes. Fantastic. Uh, I'm quite. That's how they make it. I'm sure they mean because enzymes are probably denatured in this anyway because they've obviously been processed. Whey powder and water. So that's the main big ingredients. Now you've got less than 2% here, and there's a lot. Salt, corn maltodextrin. That is again what we're looking for. This you can digest fully, but there's a small amount. Okay. So buttermilk powder, xanthan gum, natural flavors, soy lecithin, paprika, lovely natural flavor, autolyzed yeast extract, tomato powder, garlic powder, spices, non-fat milk powder, olive oil, yeast extract, sunflower oil, onion powder, sugar, citric acid, baking soda, locust bean gum, lactic acid, turmeric oleoresin for color, beet powder for color, paprika extract for color, rosemary oleoresin, and annatto extract for color. So all of those have been used for coloring, which is fantastic because they're all from natural sources. Now, allergen information contains milk, soy, and wheat. So that's for your allergies. Whole idea here is we can see you're looking at the polydextrose there, you're looking at the corn maltodextrin for absorbing fully, and also at the same time you're looking at, and you've got sugar there as well. Now some of these, for example tomato powder, that will contain some carbohydrates as well. So overall this is where you'll have the information, you'll be like, okay, so you've got milk here, there'll be some carbohydrates in the milk, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. You've got to understand in certain circumstances, if you use whole milk or just milk as it is, then it's got lactose sugar in it as well. So you need to identify these, and already for me polydextrose is 10% absorbed, but the corn maltodextrin is very low amount, but it's fully absorbed. The sugar there, the tomato powder, so you've got all still contributing to the carbs. It says you have 5 grams of carbs. So that's telling you already that's a lot. Yeah. Okay, moving on. So let's go to the nutrition facts. So nutrition facts, serving 1 bag, 30 grams. Calories, 130, not too bad. Total fat, 7 grams. Saturated, 3.5, no problem on our diet. Trans fats, none, brilliant. Cholesterol. Cholesterol, 15 milligrams. Sodium, 400 milligrams, so getting a bit high there. Total carbohydrates, 10 grams. So there are 10 grams here, and so we've got 5 dietary fiber, 1 gram of sugar, includes 0 added sugars, and sugar alcohols, 0. So we're sitting here and we go, okay, 6 grams there, 10 grams, 4 missing grams. So they must be saying that the 4 grams are coming from other things that are added to the 1 to make the 5 grams. Don't forget the fiber there as well can be absorbed as well. So the whole idea is, again, that's why we've got to test this. Will it really be 5 grams impact? If it is, I'm cool on my diet. If it moves me out of my diet, I'm literally keto all the time, meaning I know it's the product. Yeah? Okay, so total grams equals 5 gram fiber equals 5 gram net carbs. Okay? So, without further ado, let's try out these bad boys. Okay, back to me. Here's the product. Let's get these open. Do the all famous sniffy, the smell test or the aroma. Yeah, nice. Actually, it's got a nice, strong kind of cheddar smell. Cheddar with a little bit of spice, so that's pretty good. It's not overpowering at all, far from it. And they look quite nice. They look, they look like normal cheese crackers. Let's pull them out. There you go. Nice foil wrap packaging, decent quality. Let's have a look. Okay, so here's one of them. Broken off a little bit. As you can see, it looks pretty appetizing. Kind of reminds me of a biscuit rather than a cracker. So let's do the all-important taste test. Wow. Wow. Wow, yeah. Okay. These are, whoa, they affected me quicker than I thought. I can take a lot of spice. So that's a bit spicy for like a normal commercial product. Yeah, shocked me. It's got a fantastic flavour. Lovely hit of the spice there. Increases the enjoyment and the flavour. I would say, yeah, definitely. These are. These don't impact the diet. They're amazing. I'd say 10 out of 10. First crisps, I think we've reviewed. They've got 10 out of 10. Great flavour, decent aroma, and fantastic texture. Really good and really well spiced. So these are decent products. 10 out of 10. Brilliant flavour. So I'm going to eat these, finish these entirely, and that should have been 5 grams. Now, for even the whole of today, I've had some chicken with some beef, like cuts, and a pepper with some stuffed like pepper with cheese in it. Nothing from the cheese, some from the some carb from the pepper, half a pepper, and also at the same time some carbs, tiny amount of carbs on the kebab that I had. This was chicken kebab, and it had a tiny amount of peppers on there, very tiny amount. So you're probably looking at overall flowing around, I would say no more, not massively under 5 grams, but just say 5 grams today. I've had a few coffees and teas. We'll bring that up to say 7.5. Yeah. No way can this impact on the diet because it's still well below. Because you'll say if you're on 7.5, yeah, then you're looking at 13.5, still well below 20 grams. I will come back in a second for that for you guys. But if you liked, then please subscribe. Give me the thumbs up as well. Yeah. And I'll put the product in the description if you want to buy it. Okay. So you'll be able to click on it and go for it. Let's hope this works because their cookie worked. A lot of their bars haven't worked or have caused a big push out of ketosis. Let's hope these work. They're awesome. Other crisps that I've had from Quest, unfortunately, 10 out of 10 as well, but they were had quite a big impact on the ketosis. So see you later, guys. Yeah. Well, not later. For you, a second. For me, a few hours. So in a second. All right, guys, so I'm back, and after trying for those cheddar crisps, it turns out that they've not had any impact on the diet. It hasn't gone up, hasn't gone down. Seems to be just floating where I am around about 8.0 ketones. So it doesn't seem to have a significant impact, and it shouldn't have. I mean, with the amount of carbs, just tidy that. So with the amount of carbs, it shouldn't, have an impact for sure for 5 grams. But by the end of the day, I'll be able to calculate to see as well if they've had an impact, as in, too much of what it was to the rest of the carbs for the day. So it seems that it's fine. Seems like a green light on those guys. So if you want to buy them, the link's down in the description. Give me a thumbs up, please, if you liked it, and subscribe. See you later, guys.